Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Headmaster's Homeroom, the Reset Kitchen. I am Lady Hamilton. I hope you guys are doing really well tonight. I am hoping everyone is safe from the storms. I did have a little bit of a power outage for a few hours today. I was a little nervous that we might not get the show going today, but God came through, and here we are. I am so excited to join everybody here tonight. I hope you guys are all doing well. I just want to say hello to everybody over there on Rumble. Nice to see you guys. Hello to everybody on X. Hi, everyone on Pilled, and hello, everyone on YouTube. It is so great to have everyone joining me tonight. We got a lot of great foods that we're going to do, and I got a wonderful message for you because we are here to feed the body and the soul. So tonight, we are doing cozy, warm you up from the inside with rich broccoli cheddar soup, classic French onion soup, chicken cordon bleu, and of course, some hot cocoa. Then we're going to talk about community tonight, and we're going to be asking some questions. I see that we've got we've got somebody sick in our audience, Frosty. I put the ingredients for the flu remedy from Nurse Patrick in the Rumble chat. Super important. One of the questions is that black pepper, for some reason, it aids the other ingredients to really work in that body. So make sure you are adding those. The recipe is there. I'm telling you, it's helped me from all kinds of things. I had RSV, I think it was last year. It was unbelievable. A couple days later, I was just bouncing right back. I love this. I take it as a multivitamin. It is absolutely phenomenal, guys. If you guys are ill or you just want to take it for daily health, Nurse Patrick's remedy is unbelievable. It is truly just honey, turmeric, cinnamon, ginger, and black pepper. So you guys can go over there to Rumble and grab that recipe. Maybe I'll throw that into the permanent chats as well for everybody tonight. But hello, everyone. I hope you guys all brought a snack because we're about ready to get hungry. I think maybe we'll start with something to warm everyone up, right? Maybe something nice and warm to drink, get everybody in the mood. Maybe we just start with our hot chocolate. This is from Christmas time, but boy, when we are ill, don't we think of warm drinks, whether it's tea, coffee, or hot cocoa? You guys know how much I love. So if this is from Christmas, just bear with me because this is a pre-made video, right? But there's nothing like a good warm hot cup of coffee or love my coffee. Hot cup of coffee or hot cup of cocoa to warm us all up as we are all going through this winter chill. And it is just been crazy. From the massive snow to a week full of freezing temperatures. Everyone, my prayers have been with everybody, as I know your prayers have been with me. So thank you so much for that. So I'm loading up our very first video. So let's make some hot chocolate. I will join you guys in the chat. Here we go. It's hot chocolate time, and we are going to make some crock pot hot chocolate. So we've started with a half a cup of organic dark cocoa powder in our crock pot bowl. We're going to be adding in 2/3 of a cup of honey. Mixing up with our whisk. Get all of that beautiful chocolate incorporated with our wonderful honey. This takes about 2 hours on your low setting. There we go. Chocolate's trying to escape on me. Can't have any of that. Just want to incorporate this. It makes it easier when you're mixing in the milk and cream to get that chocolate incorporated with the honey first. All right. Putting in 4 cups of milk. And 1 cup of cream. All of that cream, there we go. All of that cream there. Mixing this up. Giving it a good whip. This is one of the most simplest things to do after this cooks down on low for a few hours. Then you just add a little vanilla, which we make here ourselves, right? We've gone past vanilla beans, slice them open, store them in a nice cool dark place for a few months, and voila, you've got great vanilla. It takes about 3 months or so to do that. You get a really good vanilla, you know. I would say start making it ahead of time so you have it for the following year, because the longer it stores, the better it goes. You can see we are just mixing in all of it together. And put it in the crock pot, everyone. The most important thing is you just want to get that chocolate well incorporated. You probably still need to mix it as the dough is checking on it. Making sure all of that chocolate is whipped in. And you've got wonderful hot chocolate, and we will be back to check on that as that is finished. All right, it is time to finish our hot chocolate. Look at how amazing this is. It's been going on for several hours. We are going to try to do our little Merry Christmas cup here. We've got our homemade chocolate sauce. We're going to start with a nice little drizzle in the bottom. Give it just a kicked up notch, not too much, but we're going to add some more to the top here. All right, and we are going to load up here with some hot chocolate. Look at how creamy this is, everyone. Oh, yum. Absolutely yum. All right, we are not going to fill this up too much, because you know what? To have hot chocolate without some amazing homemade whipped cream. Love that. We've got our homemade whipped cream right here. We're going to load that right in here. There we go. Drizzle some more of that wonderful chocolate on top. Just like that. It's Christmas time, so we're going to throw in a wonderful candy cane, everyone. And here you go. Homemade chocolate, hot chocolate, all from scratch. Everyone have a Merry Christmas and enjoy. All right, our first one up. Giving everybody some warm hot chocolate to warm up our bodies as we are starting off this day with warm and great foods. Hi, all new viewers. Nice to see you guys. I've been in the chats, but welcome, welcome. All right, everyone. Our next one up is going to be broccoli cheddar soup. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask me. I'm usually in the chats with you guys, so I'll be able to answer anything you guys have. I hope you guys try these things too and make your own versions of them. I'd love to hear if you guys do. I'd love to have the feedback. So, all right, everyone. Yeah, that did look so good. It is so easy and so good to make. You're right. Just mix the ingredients, throw it in a crock pot for a few hours, and man, it is just golden. So, so good. Oh, yes. Yum, yum, yum. All right. Next up, like I said, broccoli soup. Absolutely love this one. So let's load it up for everyone. And here we go. Warming up our bodies today. Hello, everyone. We are starting with our wonderful broccoli cheddar soup today. So we have got this beautiful cast iron pan that we are going to start sauteing what we call mirepoix. Mirepoix is a collection of celery, carrot, onion, and garlic. So we are going to add that right now. So we have a cup of our celery and carrot mixture. That's 1 large carrot and 2 celery stalks. We're going to put in this. Separated my onion, so we're going to be using that later. So we're going to be putting a cup of the onion. All diced, use a processor, it's all minced up, everyone. We want this nice and tender. That's why we're starting in this beautiful cast iron pan with 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, with this recipe, I'm going to be adding garlic and jalapeno. Jalapeno is not normal for mirepoix. Again, mirepoix is carrot, celery, onion, and garlic. But we're going to add in a couple tablespoons of our jalapeno and garlic in this because I want a little flavor with this soup today. We're just going to let this cook down until it gets nice and soft and sauteed. That's how we start our soup. Yeah, our mirepoix has been cooking for a few minutes. It's starting to get a little tender, and that's what we're liking to see. It's not completely there yet, but since it's about halfway there, I like to saute my broccoli before I put it into the soup. Now, in my broccoli, I've got 4 cups of broccoli here, and you can see that I put some through the processor, so we have really fine pieces and larger pieces. And we are going to throw this into our mix here, and we're going to let that saute with this mirepoix, getting all of that wonderful flavor, and just adding some greatness to this. We are going to let this saute for a few minutes, getting it about nice and tender going on here. Again, sauteing that wonderful, beautiful butter and all that flavor. All right, so we've let our mirepoix and broccoli cook for well over 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes or so. Not 10, but just let's say 5 to 8 minutes, just enough to get this bright green color, soft, but not too soft broccoli, but definitely want that mirepoix soft. And we are going to add in our seasonings. I am posting how to make my seasonal. You guys can do that yourself. But my seasonal is garlic powder, onion powder, turmeric, ginger powder, salt, pepper, paprika, and a little bit of chili powder. That is my seasonal, and that will be listed in the recipe at the end of the show. And we're putting in 4 tablespoons of my wonderful mix. I believe that is all right there. I already have that measured out. Mix all this wonderful goodness in here. Let it saute. We're going to move this over to a stock pot here so that we can start making our soup. Just wanted to mix all of that wonderful flavor. All right, and we're going to move that over to a pot now. Hold on. All right, we have our mirepoix and broccoli moved over into our stock pot here. And we are adding, so I've took and boiled 2 small potatoes basically, and I peeled, diced them, boiled them, and pureed them. We're going to be adding that into our soup right now. And get all of that in there. They'll let go. And you blend them and get a little gooey, don't they? All right. We're going to mix that up just like that. Once this gets all mixed up, we're going to start adding our liquid. Here's going to also help that between that cheese and so forth. It's going to be nice and creamy. No flour. All right, so far, we got our mirepoix, carrot, celery, onions, garlic, and a little bit of splash with some diced jalapeno. We sauteed that up about half soft for about 5 minutes, and we added in our diced and pureed broccoli and sauteed that for another 5 minutes. We moved it over to our stock pot, and we added the potatoes I made, which were blended, but I peeled, diced, and boiled 2 small potatoes, and then I blended them up into a puree and added this soup. We also added our seasoning mix, the seasoning mix, 4 tablespoons of seasoning mix. And that seasoning mix, again, is onion powder, garlic powder, turmeric, chili powder, paprika, salt and pepper, and my own ginger powder. Well, it's all my own. And that is Lady H's seasoning mix. Time for the liquids. In this soup, we're going to start with 4 cups of beef broth. Love it if you guys can your own. Mix that in. Everything going here for 4 cups of beef broth. You could use vegetable, you could use chicken. I prefer my homemade beef broth. I like the flavor in that. 1 cup of heavy cream. And find your favorite dark ale. Your Patrick sometimes just like Negro Modelo has a really good flavor, so we're adding in 1 cup of beer. We're going to get this coming up to a good boil, almost a boil, nice light boil, and then we'll come back and add our cheeses. Again, our liquids are 4 cups of beef broth, 1 cup of heavy cream, and 1 cup of a dark beer. Your choice. Now we're going to let it come up to a slow boil. Also, we're going to add a couple bay leaves to it, give it a really nice flavor. Put that in there, and again, we're going to let this come up to a slow boil. All right, our soup is coming to a boil. Over here in this thing, in this bowl, I have 3 different kinds of cheeses. We have Parmesan, a sharp Vermont cheddar, and a orange, and a sharp Vermont cheddar, or I think it might be a New York cheddar. White, really, really good. Go to your delis, get your cheeses. We're going to save some of this for our other things coming up. But we are going to take a mixture of this. We're going to use about 6 cups of the shredded cheddar. I shredded myself in my processor. We're going to add this a little bit at a time so it gets nice and blended in. So just adding about a cup at a time. You want to stir that in so that gets melted into our soup. We can probably take those bay leaves out now. We don't want to bite into those. See if we can find the other one. I should find it here in just a minute. Oh, maybe not. We'll find it, I'm sure. All right, so we've got the first one in. We're going to take the second cup and add it in this cheese and stirring that slowly. There's the other baby. Told you we'd find it. All right. And we're just blending in the cheese so it's nice and melted. We don't want clumpy cheese in here. You just want it to just smooth like that. It's amazing how real cheese will just melt so easy. No stringy, no nothing. We're going to add in the next cup. Letting that blend in. And absolutely no flour between the potatoes and the cheese. We are going to have a beautiful, creamy cheddar broccoli soup. It's going to be so good. You can already smell it. Wish I could feed y'all. All right. Hopefully you guys all give this a try. Again, recipe will be at the end of this video. Take notes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that just melts right into our soup. So wonderful. So wonderful. We're going to take our last cup there. So we did a 6 cup cheddar, and we are going to blend this last one, let it cook for a few minutes, and plate this up. Yum. Look at that. Look how creamy it's coming. Oh, yum. All right. Let this cook and simmer for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and it should be ready at this point. All right, just for you guys, I know you're all probably saying this. You're like, who forms in a bread bowl? You might be right. We don't usually have that, but I do have a son that's absolutely going to love this, so we are going to serve this up. Everyone, we're going to get this kind of closer here, and look at that. Look at that. Making you all happy. I'm sure my son's going to be happy. Beautiful sourdough bread bowl. And voila, everyone. We've got an amazing broccoli cheddar soup. I hope you enjoy the recipe to follow. I hope you guys like that one. I did that one just for you guys. The sun really lucked out with that one because, yeah, you guys know I don't do any grains. But, yeah, the sun loved it. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It's just so good to have nice warm soup on a cold, cold day. Right. So that's one of our soups. So far we've got some amazing hot chocolate. Now we just did a wonderful broccoli cheddar beer soup, right? How yum is that? I know everybody is probably super, super hungry now. Break out your notepad or sticky notes. That's right. I'm telling you, guys got to write this stuff down. I am working on a book. But in the meantime, if you want to grab those recipes, whatever, you can always go back, replay, hit pause. Sometimes I have the recipes, sometimes I don't. I've been working on a book, so we will hopefully have that in, I don't know, the next months or two. I really am working on it in between all my other stuff. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Please don't forget, if you love this show, make sure you hit like, share, and follow. I appreciate that, and help support the show as I go out and get all these wonderful ingredients from our local places. We love to have your support, your rants, your subscriptions, your cash apps, your tills, your pills, and more. Thank you guys so much for your support of the show. I appreciate it. I know, JJ, you are doing things with your family, so I'm going to take a little quick break here because I don't know how much time you have, and I promised I would do this on Sunday, and then we'll be back to watch our other 2 cooking videos. But JJ shared a wonderful email with me, and I told him that I was going to pay tribute, because he paid tribute to this, and I love it. He is so active in his community, him and his family. So what he wrote to me is, he says, Mrs. JJR and I attended a family friend's mom's funeral and celebration of life. Maria was her name. She has been called to the house of God, a single mother of 3, her youngest, the only boy, who became a nurse after her divorce. We knew Maria well enough, with a wonderful spirit of giving, 36 years as an RN, working the graveyard, gave time to being an artist and volunteering her free time as an art dossier for her friends' children, her grandchildren. I didn't know how much she had actually given in donations of flowers over the years, and I just realized it was quite a lot. 23 years ago, we received flowers from her upon the birth of our first son. Anyway, he's writing this down. What a servant of God. Had her sharing her work, selfless volunteering, and supporting her work as an RN. Maria was. We were the lucky ones to know her, but now she's in the kingdom of God. Amen. So I just wanted to really read that, and we will play her dedication after we say, there's a song that he wants me to play, but after we say goodbye to our YouTube viewers, we will play that dedication song. But JJ, I promised I would read that, and how special of a friend, how special of a wonderful memory that you have with that, a great friend. And don't we love those kind of moments, right, that affect our lives forever? So I am really grateful that you share these things with me. You rock, JJ. He does so much for me, guys. Everyone give him a huge hand. And also, we'll be celebrating this tomorrow here as well. But happy birthday to our amazing Tri-Stater. You are so awesome. We love you so much. So we just want to say a huge happy birthday to you, my friend. We'll give you another shout out tomorrow as well, because tomorrow is your actual birthday, but I did not want to miss this moment to say happy birthday to the amazing and fantastic Tri-Stater. You mean so much to me, and thank you for all that you do for me and being part of my world. We truly wish that tomorrow is the best birthday you can possibly have. All right, everyone, back to our videos. Make sure you say happy birthday to Tri in the chats, please. He's also very, very special to me and to our wonderful community. All right, so next one up, guys, is going to be French onion soup. I told you we're bringing in the soups today, warming those bodies. So I will be in the chats with everybody. If you have questions, let me know. So everyone, I hope you brought snacks. If not, and I really hope you guys try some version of these. I inspire you to at least get in the kitchen and start cooking. That is really the point of all this stuff. Make the kitchen the heart again, cooking these wonderful meals again, right? And hopefully I'm inspiring you to do something just like that. So here we go. I'm going to make some French onion soup. We are going to start with some butter. Love getting that. Make your probably up and get that going in our pot. We are going to start by sauteing some onions. All right, we've got 3 large onions here that we are just going to thinly slice. A little slippery, so be careful. Like that. Want them nice and thin. You make them as thin as you want. I do about 1/4 of an inch on mine. Don't want them too thin. You can always shave them, but that is a little thin. You want it to have some substance. That's one, just like that. Piece. Just kind of fold it, put the hand around it, wrap, just like. We are going to put these right into our pot because we want them nice, caramely and sauteed. Just break them up right in there like this. And all that beautiful caramely flavor from the onions. We're going back and toss in there. Oh, yeah. Ooh, and we're crying. Nice, strong, beautiful smelling onions. Like this, we're going to let those saute. We're going to take some of these other pieces. I don't like those little middle sections. They get all over these. We're just going to dice these up. The ones in there as well. Just like that. And I'll let these, like if they get nice and caramely brown, let them break down. It's going to be pretty much broken down with the little after this will be all sauteed wonderful. What we're going to be using is we're going to be using some of our homemade broth. We've got some water here, some leftover onions from earlier that went right into the water. We've got some Worcestershire sauce here, some wonderful Dijon mustard. And my spice mix today is not only Lady's spice mix, but it is also a potato starch. We've got some amazing seasonings in here, some beef bouillon to add a little bit of flavor to it as well. We're using about 1 cup of this seasoning as well, going into this wonderful mixture. All right, we're just going to let these sweat, and we'll be back to check on it here in just a second. Well, they're about halfway there. This is definitely going to take between 5 to 10 minutes. You know, they're starting to get beautifully and iridescent, but we want to make sure that they're getting brown and caramely. So we're going to keep on going. Okay, we've got our wonderful onions getting caramely. We're going to add in our seasonings now. I put in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I put in a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. That all mixed in here. Like that. Love that smell. All right. Put in a cup of my seasoning mix with its potato starch and more. That's Lady H's seasonings mix. We've added in some extra garlic and onion powder in that mix. So we've got that and a little bit of potato starch. Look at that. That's what we're wanting. Awesome is that. I put in that seasoning mix with a fourth cup of onion powder, fourth cup of garlic powder, probably a fourth cup of my seasoning mix, a couple of beef bouillon cubes in there as well. Excuse me. And look at that. In our wonderful broth. We got 3 cups of beef broth and 3 cups of water. We're going to let this simmer. This is how we do it, everyone, and get that to this beautiful consistency. Lots of onions in here. Look at that. And it's going to slightly thicken up as we put in the potato starch and the garlic and onion powder in here. Look at that color already, everyone. So exciting. Let's do the thing. Right, looks like our soup is ready. Look at this beautiful color. Oh, love onion soup. All right, guys, let's load this up. Yes, we need to put this closer too. Look at that. Our wonderful French onion soup right here, and I've got the treat for you guys. The French onion soup is usually served with some bread with some Swiss cheese on it. I like our local pepper jack cheese, so I have got this beautiful piece of bread that goes right in top, just like that. And we have some wonderful French onion soup, Lady Hamilton style. Yum, yum, yum. That one's a pretty quick one to do. Oh my goodness. And yes, just providing you guys some treats. I know how it's normally served just because I do things around this way, you know. I know how you guys would love those kind of things with the soup bowls, or usually French onion soup is customarily made with the bread on top as well. You know, I was a chef for 20 something years, so I do know. Right, and the sun lucks out on that, but I just eat it without it. But oh my gosh, so good, so good. Okay. Awesome. I am glad. How long did I let that simmer? Probably a good, I would say 15-20 minutes at least. Doesn't take very long. French onion soup, it's like once you get those onions sauteed and you get your other mixes in there and stuff like that, it is really a rapid soup to make. Love it. The hardest and the longest part, you know, is truly the onions, but it just starts thickening up with the potato starch. You could use a tapioca starch or something like that. That's what I do. I don't use corn starches, just to help it thicken up as well too. But yeah, maybe 15-20 minutes max, and it was just like literally ready to go. So you guys can see once it gets starting to get a little thicker to the point, you know, and you don't want the onions to dissolve inside the soup. So I think it's pretty quick. Hopefully I answered that for you. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Everybody hungry yet? I hope you guys have eaten today, because the next one up is Cordon Bleu. You know, I saw something the other day and it was really interesting because it was talking about foods that are disappearing that people don't eat very often. And Cordon Bleu is on that list. I was like, what? This is like a major staple at our house. I love chicken cordon bleu, right? And so it's definitely a favorite. And you guys can add all different kinds of cheeses to it, depending on how you do it. I really love a good Swiss or Gruyere cheese. Sometimes, you know, we love our blue cheese, but there's so many great things. And I love this. So it was really surprising to see that this is not a very popular item anymore. So let's bring this back. I hope you guys enjoy this. So we are going to load up our video on chicken cordon bleu. Here we go. We are now making, hello everyone, we are making a chicken cordon bleu for our entree tonight. We've got some chicken here, breast we have pounded out very thinly. We've got some beautiful sliced maple glazed honey that's going to go with that. We're going to stuff that with some amazing cheese as well and sear that up. So this is how we do it. We're going to get out our thing so everyone can see. All right, we're going to move this over. Starting off with our chicken breast, we got some toothpicks right here ready to go. What we want to do is we want to line that with our wonderful ham. Grabbing a little bit of this cheese mixer, which is a really great hard New York cheese, cheddar cheese. We just really love that. Just kind of patting that in here. And what we do is we just kind of fold that over. Just like that. We're going to sear this with a toothpick. Kind of fold it together as we sear these sides. Just like that. Beautifully done. We're going to just take another one. Got a pan warming up, ready for us to do. We're going to load that right here. Do the next one. Same thing. Put a little cheese in that. Folding it over. Holding those through with a toothpick. Just sewing those ends together like that. Those together. Cheese is trying to escape. Next one. Pulling that over. Put it in that ham. Just sew these in so they stay put. And our last one. Cheese. And our toothpicks. Holding it in. It's kind of binding that together. Okay, we're going to get a pan and we're going to start searing it. All right, in our big cast iron pan, what we're going to do is we're going to sear this on both sides. So we're definitely going to finish this in one. But we want to get a really nice, good caramely searing going on here before we send it off to the oven. All right, got one side going. That's exactly what we want to see. The beautiful searing. Just like that. Here, put these more in the middle here. That's what we want. Nice people seared in juiciness. All right, we're going to let this sear on the other side. All right, we've got this seared all the way around now. I'm going to go ahead and take out the tooth bit so we don't have a broken tooth or something in it. Now, that's pretty much folded over like those tacos. So we're kind of going to see. Like that. Okay. Like that. Whoops. Open up on me. There's another one. Nothing worse than biting at, well, there's a lot of things worse, but hate to bite into toothpick while I'm trying to eat. So we've got these going right here. We are going to slightly move these over. All right. we're going to move these all to one side, basically. Like that. Because we're going to add some amazing asparagus. We just popped in with my seasoning, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to put that right here with our wonderful cordon bleu to serve that up like that. And we're going to stick this in the oven for 20 minutes or so. And we will see it when it's done. All right, it's time to make Lady H's famous mashed potatoes. I didn't even realize that people ate them basically different. I thought everybody, did a little something to it, but for the most part, I definitely do a lot of something to it. So we are starting here with our Wonder melted butter and around we're using that leftover jalapeno and garlic today. No waste in this house. We're gonna let that saute up too. Maybe because I don't use gravy, so we would like my mashed potatoes to stand on their own merits. So we are definitely going to saute that up, let that get tender. Those onions get tender and caramelized, and we'll back to add the rest. All right, we got those onions. Nice, got a lot of steam here. We're going to get rid of that here in a minute. We got those onions nice and tender. Adding in about a half a cup of heavy cream. We definitely started with about half a cup of butter as well. We're going to let this heavy cream warm up before we add in our potatoes. We need to do our seasonings too. We cannot forget my famous seasonings here. We're going to add in about a fourth cup of my mixture. Oops, some of that escaped. So there we go. Fourth cup of my, maybe put that anyway, and then move it right back. Fourth cup of my homemade little 7 seasoning mixture. Get that in here, get that cream going. We're going to add in our potatoes. Get about 5 potatoes here, peeled, diced, and pureed. Let those all come together. And we'll get my napkin. Be right back here. All right. Blend them up this way today because the potatoes fat. Well, that's what we use potatoes for the soup. We have to rewarm them up. Here, warm these up. All right, our last thing we're going to do is we're adding in some wonderful grated Parmesan cheese. Love cheese. Howard cheese. That seems to be our theme today. So that's going to go great with our cordon bleu. All right, our chicken is done. I took some of that wonderful butter and cream and stuff that I did the mashed potatoes. I took a little bit of that aside and added it to this to give us a wonderful cream sauce. So this is our amazing chicken cordon bleu with some asparagus and mashed potatoes. So we're going to scoop this over. It's extremely hot. So we're going to get this plated up. Starting with these cheesy, wonderful mashed potatoes. Those, give me 1 second. Boy, these are cheesy too. Mercy. They are making a mess all over the plate. There we go. I like to put them there. We're going to cut up one of these cordon bleus. Sliced up beautifully here. Let's see, I'm slicing that up. Yeah, put this right over. Wonderful potatoes just like that. And of course, serve some of this great asparagus on the side. Finishing off our plate with a little bit of leftover cheese. And we've got wonderful cordon bleu with mashed potatoes and asparagus. Enjoy. See you live. Yeah, see you live. Chicken cordon bleu, Lady H's style. Those are our food items today. Oh man, every single one of them will hit your core, warm you up, and make you feel all good inside. Those are really, really wonderful. I hope you guys try that, and I hope you guys, right? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the plate sells what the chef is cooking. That's right. I always try to do a nice little plating presentation, take pictures. You know, like the pictures I put on the announcement for this show today, those are my pictures from what I make, right? So I'm like, yeah, I always like, before, sometimes I'm like, I go to serve like my son or something, and I'm like, wait, I need to take some pictures for that so I can use it for the promos. But yeah, absolutely. I learned that with having restaurants too, you know. I'd always have like my dessert cart out front that I would make fresh, you know, twice a day and stuff like that. So the first thing that you would see is this beautiful presentations, like save room for desserts, right? But absolutely phenomenal. Oh yes, it is. Thank you so much. It is truly. I wish I could feed you guys. That, I mean, that's the hardest part about doing these ones on the show, because you know, one of the favorite things to do is, you know, the chef serving the people and hearing that feedback. At least I have a happy family, right? So I hope you guys, like I said, I hope that you enjoyed those videos. I hope that you guys try some kind of version of those, right? And give me some feedback. Let me know. Say, hey, I made that, but I used this cheese, or hey, I made that, you know, and I added this, or, you know, because I really love to see if you guys are doing these. I'm not just here to make you guys hungry, but inspire you first and foremost to get back in that kitchen, make that kitchen the heart of the house. Right? Have some fun, turn on some music, and make the whole house smell like heaven. All right, everyone. That is our cooking portion for today. And so as we get ready to move over, because not only do we feed the body, we also feed the soul. And we're going to talk about community. And so I'm going to be asking you guys can go ahead and put things in the chat. Like, what do you think of the importance of community? All right. And so we are going to switch over now with our Be Blessed prayer, and we will see you right after this amazing prayer. By the way, I love having this wonderful neighbor who gave me this beautiful gift written down of this beautiful prayer for others. Something I include in my prayers every single day is this Be Blessed prayer. As I say every single Sunday, I don't know what you're going through, and you don't know what I'm going through, but God does. And so when she wrote this and gave it to me, it's truly one of my most treasured gifts ever. And I turned it, I used to just read it from the card. And so then I turned it into a video so that we can all enjoy this. But you guys, this is a great prayer to say for other people in this world, and our friends and our family that are out there. Because like I said, we may not know what we're going through, but God does. So everyone, here's the Be Blessed prayer.